He's said his time has come down from a 1:26 to sort of low 1:20s now for his threshold pace. And it's not surprising. When you look at that footage, it's noticeable that he's improved his technique. Hey, Brenton here. If this is the first time that you've come to our channel, I'm a swim coach based out of Melbourne, Australia, and I work with swimmers all over the world to help improve their technique, whether you're a triathlete or an open water swimmer. And in today's video, I want to show you a swimmer who recently joined our stroke analysis membership, and he's made a significant change in his technique in the course of 5 to 6 weeks. So the swimmer that we're looking at today is Preston. Now, he's a triathlete training for Ironman events, and his best Ironman swim time is a 1:05. And his threshold pace, so his sort of 1500 meter pace, is currently 1:26 per 100 yards. And the reason I wanted to show you this video is because when Preston came to me and he sent in his first couple of videos, he mentioned a couple of things that he thought he had to work on, some things that he thought were going wrong in his stroke. And so as I had to look through his video, I noticed he had some really good fundamentals in place. And so the biggest opportunity in the beginning was actually with his catch and his pull. So I want to show you his initial video, which is this one here. And when we look from the side above the water, it looks like he's swimming really, really nicely. So the stroke is smooth, he's comfortable, and he's well balanced. You'll see that the recovery over the top is good, and he's entering fingertips first with the elbow up there on both sides, and his breathing is great too. Looking to the side, not turning too far. So all of that is great and nothing that we'd need to change there. And as well, you can see that the body position there looks pretty good. His hips are near the surface and his heels are breaking the surface every few kicks as well. So all of that looks pretty good. And from this angle, look, there's not a lot that we'd probably want to change or focus on. And we just want to focus on the things that will really make a difference. And from that angle, there wasn't anything that really stood out. But under the water, this is where I could see, okay, we've got a big opportunity here to really change the speed by improving the catch and the pull. So from here, you can see that he was going quite deep with his arm through the pull. So as he's passing under the shoulder, you'll see that the arm's almost straight. There's not much bend in that elbow there. And what that means is that he's probably not using his lats very well. Whereas as soon as you can bend your elbow a little bit more through this middle phase, it's going to set you into your lats, use the stronger muscles through your back and through your shoulders, and also just allow you to basically hold more water and improve your distance per stroke. So I can see he was going a little bit deep through that middle phase. And the thing that I could notice from the front was that he was sweeping out a little bit wide through the catch phase. So from here, you could see that the hand was going wider than the elbow. And again, when the hand's in that position, you're not going to be using your lats, which are the primary muscles that we want to be using through that middle phase or the power phase of the stroke. So what I had him focus on was those two things, is not drifting out so wide. So don't let that hand go wider than the elbow, and not going as deep through this phase. So you can see that the arm was almost straight. So I wanted him to come up a little bit shallower and have the hand a little bit closer to the center there. So you can see here that he's sent in his videos, all the different angles here, and I had a look through it, and so I made an analysis here, and this is where I record myself sort of talking over the videos and explaining what we want to change. And I then linked him to core principle number 4, which I'll pull up here. So inside the membership, we've got the 5 key core principles of fast swimming, and the 4th one is develop an effective catch and pull. And this 6-minute video here breaks it down in a way that explains things really simply and shows you exactly what you need to know and what you need to do to have an effective catch and pull. So I wanted him to have that knowledge and understanding before we went into the next part of it. And then I said here 2 things to start with: avoid the hand slipping wide during the catch, so no wider than the elbow, and then don't go as deep during the middle part of the pull phase. And I said to him, all right, as part of your warm-up, every time you swim, I want you to do this drill sequence, because if we need to change your stroke, it's changing habits and developing new muscle memory. And so I had him do this with snorkel and fins on. It was 450s of 25 doggy scoop, 25 swim, and then 450s of 25 YMCA drill, 25 swim. And the purpose of doggy scoop was to help him avoid or retrain his catch so that he wasn't drifting wide. And the purpose of the YMCA drill was to help him change the depth of the hands and the arms as he was coming underneath the body. So 2 drills that are specific for the things that he wanted to change and improve, and doing that every single session. And so I put copies of those drills below, and then he sent in another video where I had a look, and he was making some pretty good changes there as well. And then I just mentioned one other thing that I thought he could change there, which was the depth of the hand. Now I want to show you the most recent video. So this is, I think 5 or 6 weeks after that initial video. So if we look at the after one now, you can notice the difference. Even looking just from the side view here, you'll see that he's holding the water a whole lot better. So we're starting to see a much better paddle. His hand, his forearm is really pressing back against the water a whole lot better. And if we come up a little bit closer here, you'll see that that is a much better catch than he had earlier. Not that his catch necessarily was bad, but he was just a little bit wide. But you can see that that's much more effective. And then same on this left-hand side. So we're starting to get a little bit shallower through there. And you can see that he's just holding the water much more effectively. But it's even more noticeable from the front. So as we look here, we want to see where's his hands and is he going too deep? So you can see that on the right-hand side, that's a lot better. So he's still probably a little wide, but he's not any wider than the elbow, which is a nice change. And then on the left-hand side, similar thing, he's not nearly as wide. And we'll go through the next few strokes. Again, you can see a much better position there and there as well. So there didn't go wider than the elbow. And this position under the shoulder, much closer to that power diamond. You can see this is much more like a triangle. So he's going to be using his lats, and he said, yeah, I'm noticing that when I swim now, which is a good indication that he's changed it. And that hand and forearm is just in a much better position to press back against the water. Now, there's still some sort of tweaks and adjustments we'd want to make there. It's not perfect yet, but it is moving in the right direction. And so that's why I like to have people send videos semi-regularly so we can keep on top of this sort of stuff. And he's said his time has come down from a 1:26 to sort of low 1:20s now for his threshold pace. And it's not surprising. When you look at that footage, it's noticeable that he's improved his technique. Now, I think over the course of the next sort of 2 months, 3 months, he could fairly comfortably bring that threshold pace down under 1:20 and hold that regularly, or just hit it consistently. And it just means focusing on the right thing. So this wasn't something that he thought he had to work on when he first joined, but as soon as we look at the footage and we look at what he's doing well and then look at where the opportunities are, yeah, this is what he can do to improve. So if you would like to work with me, we've got a few spots left for the stroke analysis membership. I'll put a link below in the description, and you can send in your videos as often as you like, and I'll work with you to help improve your stroke. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. About 60% of you who watch these videos aren't subscribed to the channel, so hit subscribe and let me know in the comments what you're working on with your own stroke. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.